Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. So today we're going over to Lincolnshire to Ferry Ales Brewery, Fab, F.A.B on social media, for their Witham Shield Pale Ale, 4.5%. I've had many beers from this brewery over the years, some before I did beer reviews and some while I've been doing beer reviews. They're based at Ferry Hill Farm, Fiskerton in Lincoln, LN3 4HU. The funny thing is, where I work in Newark, there is actually a Fiskerton there, but it's not the same Fiskerton. Yeah, I actually thought it was as well. I thought, oh, and it's not. So I'll take on an American style pale ale, full of aroma, with a distinctive malty flavour, leaving a pleasant aftertaste. Witham Shield, an iron-aged decorative bronze shield, was found in the River Witham, very close to our brewery. I've seen these guys, they do a range of mod traditional, but they also do craft as well. So, you know, it's an if for me, I'd love to come across, but it's where you go drinking, isn't it? And where you go visiting and all that. But I'm sure at some stage I'll be in that vicinity, hopefully anyway. So, typical pour from me. Yep, not the greatest. Never did say I was the greatest pourer in the world. And there we go. It's got an amber colour to it, near enough. My colours are crap anyway, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I've still got dark hair. Yeah. Plenty of carbonation going off, and a white head. And a big white head. Sometimes it's because it's probably been sat on the beer wall through the summer months, which also affects it a little. Not too much though. I don't think we've had the heat this year to affect much anyway. It's not been that warm this year. We've had a couple of days where it's been bonkers, but certainly not to what we've had in previous years. And I mean, summer came very late and went, yeah, all of a sudden it went poof and gone. Although you get afternoons where it goes up to 24 degrees and you're like, where did that come from? Cold in the morning, 24 degrees in the afternoon. It's like, hey. But in any case, here we go. So, it's malty, but it's got like I class that some sort of like a floral aroma on it. At the moment, anyway. Ooh. Let me just read what it said again. I've already forgot anyway, so. A distinctive malty flavour. So an American style. And it is that the malty is very, very different. You wouldn't call it tropical on the aroma. Even though, you know, you class something as American, you would think so in some ways, but no. Yeah, definitely interesting taste to it. Now, I did get some Ferry Ales Brewery beers on Steep Hill in Lincoln when we went. We did a bit of a crawl of some of the pubs around there. I predominantly did it to do the Bateman's pubs. That's probably where Bateman's fell out of me because I said their pubs could do with a bit of more variation on the bar. Obviously, what works in Lincoln may not work in other parts of the country. Yeah. It was funny, that was, because in those pubs it was predominantly 2 or 3 beers, but the pubs were busy. I reckon they were all drinking lager, not the beer. But that's just my look at it, you know. Yeah, it's funny. After that, they stopped talking to me, but it's up to them, innit? Yeah, I'm only giving my, truthful, and I wasn't being horrible either. But anyway, yeah, I got this. I got a load of Ferry Ales beers from a butcher's. I think it was a butcher's. You go up the hill, right hand side, butcher's delicatessen, and I seen Ferry Ales Brewery beers in the window, and I'm like, oh. I've been looking for beers from breweries that you don't get in Nottingham, and we got the train down there, so it was a good day. Was it last year or the year before? I think it might have been last year. It wasn't this year. Yeah, it was definitely last year. Our Lincoln Day out. Me, I'm not sure if Lisa came with us on that. I know it was definitely 4 of us. Yeah, I'm not sure if Lisa came. The best pub was halfway up the hill on the right hand side again. Two areas with beers, plenty of cask, lots of ever changing cask beers. Yeah, that was the best pub. I ain't got a clue what the name was. That's long gone out of my memory now. Will I go back to Lincoln drinking? Maybe not. Maybe not. When you've got what we've got in Nottingham, and certainly what we've got in Beeston, there's no need, When I think about paying the train fare to get to somewhere, paying for the trains and that, and it's the same as going to beer festivals. When I'm paying to go to a blooming beer festival, so much money, and I'm like, but when we've got this on our doorstep anyway, why do we even need? But that's for another review, because there's a lot of bone of contention, and yeah, that's certainly for another review. Oh. Twangy, malty, fruity, floral. It's and the biggest bloody head that you've seen for a while. It's a lovely beer. It's a bit of a statement beer. It's got lots going on with this beer. One of these days on our travels somewhere, we're bound to pass Ferry Ales Brewery and go in. I need to find out where Fiskerton is and see if it's nearby. And on our trips, because as we go anywhere in the country, I'm looking at what's close, and I don't mean 3 hours one way to go, 2 hours another way to come, because I hate driving at the best of times. I mean, it's like on Friday we're going to Filey, but we can't get in the caravan till 3 o'clock, but we're going to leave Nottingham about 9 o'clock-ish. So we're going to head up the road, and we're going to go to Three Brothers Brewing in Stockton-on-Tees. So that's about 2 hours, 20 minutes. Whether it's a bit more on a Friday morning, we'll see. I'm going to go there, going to buy some of their beers. There may or may not be something else going off. But on the way through, back to Filey, we're going to go to Whitby. None of us have been to Whitby before, that I know of anyway. And there's Whitby Brewery, which is the magnet, the magnet for that place. On the way through to Whitby, there's Greensborough. So it's like, oh. And this is what we do. We look where we're going, and we look and think, is there out nearby on the way that we can pop into and just, maybe get a few beers? And this is what me and Andy, Happy Drinker Andy, do all the time. So a bit more hazier there now. So I assume it's a bottle conditioned beer. some people have a real thing about bottle conditioned. I don't. Now just looks like a craft beer. Hazy craft beer. And this is the thing with craft and with modern traditional. Modern traditional is nearly always clear. Craft is nearly always hazy. Not always, but nearly always. Same beer, but the sediment. Now, some people worry about the sediment. No, the sediment is the bit where a lot of the flavour's held in. And in some ways, the sediment is the king part of the beer. Others will disagree. You're fine to disagree. As a home brewer, I have many beers that are really clear and other beers that are blooming hazy. And those hazy beers, as soon as you crack open the bloody bottle and all this sediment rushes up, they go hazy anyway until they clear a bit. It's an enjoyable beer. No distinctive flavours coming out. Malty, floral, tropical, bit of a twang, an interesting take on an American Pale Ale. Witham Shield. It's been sat here for a while actually, so I've been meaning to get it down. One of these days I'll get me backside over to Ferry Ales Brewery. They're not that far away from Maggie's Beer Reviews. Not from Nottingham anyway. So, would I drink it again? Not a beer I'd want to drink again. And that's nothing against the beer. It's just, I've done it once. The job's a good one. Out of 5 for me, good 4.1 out of 5. Thank you for watching. See you soon.